If you've been a part of the Boruto fandom from day one, you're no stranger to the fact that Ikimoto is a very big Dragon Ball fan. Dragon Ball Z is a timeless media when it comes to the shonen genre. You can see the influence of Dragon Ball Z within so many series that it's actually insane. From the transformations up to them even just straight up using the Kamehameha wave in their series. There was some random anime I seen that in, but I don't remember. It was on Twitter, but you get what I'm trying to say. One of the older Ikimoto interviews, Ikimoto states that Dragon Ball Z was a major influence for when he started to draw Boruto, while Kadachi was still the writer. You can just look at the paneling of Ikimoto's arts and fight sequences and literally compare them to Dragon Ball Z fights, and you can see the similarities. Let's not forget Kishimoto saying when he was creating the Boruto movie that he wanted to model Piccolo and Gohan's relationship through Sasuke and Boruto. We all know Piccolo is the uncle who stepped up to take care of Gohan when Goku was missing. Earlier today I was watching Dragon Ball Z: The History of Trunks, and that's when everything hit me at once. I realized that a couple of characters currently in the Boruto series were a couple characters from The History of Trunks, even leading into the Cell saga. Yo, it's Two Side Anime here, and today we're going to talk about similarities between Trunks and Boruto, future Gohan and Sasuke, and Jura with Cell. I know it sounds like a bunch of nonsense, but just let me cook. Ever since the latest chapter of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex and we saw that panel of Boruto slashing through Masaru, that side profile was deadly because once I seen the color panels by a lot of artists on Twitter, Boruto's hair looks like he was going Super Saiyan, and that's what really caught my eye when I was rewatching the History of Trunks movie. That made me like, oh, I can kind of see it. So we're going to start off with Boruto and Trunks that left his timeline to go to Cell Saga, help out with those events, then essentially defeated the androids, and he killed the first form of Cell. Probably the most obvious similarity between future Trunks and Boruto, and both of them are very skilled sword users. Future Trunks slice and dice Frieza after coming to the future to meet Goku. That's the same thing my man did to Matsuri and Raptor. But like I said, it's pretty obvious. But the other similarities is both characters were trying to alter future events and stopping the impending doom that was coming from a particular character. For Trunks, he was trying to stop Cell. For Boruto, he's trying to stop Jura. It's the ability to travel into the future, but that's what Kashin Koji is there for. Kashin Koji has the ability 10 directions, so he can see every event in the future, equivalent to Trunks' time machine that was built by Bulma, so Trunks can go into the past and stop the events of Goku getting sick and basically dying, leaving the Earth defenseless. Still can't get over Boruto's side profile. If you compare it to Trunks going to Super Saiyan and look at it from the side, they look so much alike. Also from an alien race, and Boruto is now fully a Suzuki, making him also an alien. The Super Saiyan power-ups, Boruto has the Karma Seal power-ups, both Karma 1 and Karma V2, that allows Boruto to get to a next level that nobody in the verse will be able to stop. Future Gohan from the History of Trunks movie and compare him to my GOAT, my glorious king, Sasuke Uchiha. We can talk about how both characters have sustained eye injuries. In the History of Trunks, Gohan has a slash on his eye that really doesn't impair his vision, but we still see a noticeable cut, just like how Sasuke got stabbed in his eye and lost his Rinnegan because Momoshiki snuck him, and to this day I don't understand how that makes sense. But if you want to add that they're able to hide their presence, then yeah, still wasn't okay with it. Funniest similarity between future Gohan and Sasuke is both characters are missing their arm, which can play a limiting factor when it comes to combat, but for Sasuke that really isn't a problem. He learned how to use every part of his body to compensate for his missing arm. But still, if Sasuke gets another arm, this man is going to be broken. This is why everybody is rooting for Sasuke to get a brand new Rinnegan and a brand new arm if Hidari loses his fight. But that's a video I already made and talked about. And let's not forget how both characters play a major mentoring role for the protagonists of the series. And I know you guys are going to say that Trunks wasn't the protagonist, but for this specific movie, he was. He was the main character and the character we were rooting for to save the future. Just like Boruto, Trunks lost his master to the android, just like how Boruto lost Sasuke to the claw grind, sending them off on a mission to correct and bring back their masters. The comparison I know you guys are giving me the side eye is Cell with Jura, and just let me cook. I know it sounds deranged, but just let me explain myself. Both Jura and Cell were created by a mad scientist. For Cell, he was directly created by this mad scientist. For Jura, he was indirectly created because of Amato playing with Shibai cells, which allowed Code to have the ability that mutated the Ten Tails into creating these God Tree clones. It comes from the Ten Tails that are used as seeds to create the chakra fruits, and once the chakra fruits are produced, then the Otsutsuki will eat the fruit to give them the ability to upgrade them, aka chakra. And we all know Hagoromo took the chakra of his mother and shared it to everybody on planet Earth, creating the shinobi. Cell and Jura have similar motivations. Jura wants to consume Naruto, which is equivalent to Goku in the Dragon Ball Z universe. There's a difference between the two characters. Cell just wanted to fight Goku or somebody very strong to prove his strength or to test his abilities, while Jura is really just having the time of his life, learning and reading books and understanding the history of the shinobi world and the cultures. Jura essentially being a newborn child when it comes to the shinobi world really makes him a refreshing villain, because we're seeing him grow and understand the different concepts that humans have to deal with on a regular basis. Top of that, Cell and Jura are both the big bad characters of their respective series. In every different timeline that Kashin Koji used his 10 directions ability, he has seen Boruto losing to Jura. Every situation that Jura is involved in, he kills Boruto, he destroys the world. So he's on the same level as Cell when he absorbed both androids 17 and 18, and he almost destroyed the planet while fighting Gohan. You know, Goku had to come in last minute, instant transmission him off the planet so to save everyone. Jura has the same ability, the same power to destroy the whole planet and kill every character that we know. Now, I know you guys are probably listening to this video and saying, yeah, this was kind of a stretch, but I'm just pointing out some of the similarities between the history of Trunks and the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex series. So this isn't a serious video, and if you want, just take everything I said with a grain of salt. But that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm out.